Alright. Wait, that's end. It did end good. Right. Welcome. We have Mass Effect. And last we left them, Citadel. Just arrived. Had the little conversation with the council.
Yeah.
Not the proper meeting, just the introduction meeting.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much meeting to say this is probably going to go as bad as we think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, look at it this way. Everything that could go wrong in our last mission did. Sorta. Kinda.
I forgot the keepers were a thing. They're just there.
Yeah. That is more or less the official law about the keepers. They're just there.
Yep.
Always have been.
I love how monotone these people are if they're talking. Alright. We'll do what we ask. We have also emotion in our voices.
Hello there.
Stating obvious, we express emotion by saying it.
Yeah.
And cannot be distracted right now.
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Apparently, those big lumbering oafs have subtle motions and secrete pheromones. The only reason they speak the way they do is so everyone else gets what they're saying.
Yeah.
She's the one who started all this.
Ah, this is the
What did
console
Mrs.
mission.
Arive get you so upset?
I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Where can I find the Cesari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot. Good day, human. Pleased greeting. Human, it is always good to see your kind. I am Ambassador Kalen. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Why do you explain what you're about
Let's
to
have
say?
them explain their speech.
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements. Plainly, we discovered our vocal expression was not enough to convey the feelings of our conversations to other species.
So yeah, despite being blunt and direct when talking to everyone else, Elcor language is surprisingly elegant and nuanced.
Remorseful
Yeah.
response, Din.
You wouldn't think that given they're 7-foot-tall lumbering mammoths.
Are you saying size means you can't do something?
No, I'm just saying, in this instance, looks are very, very deceptive. You look at an Elcor, you think, oh my god, this thing's a lumbering brute. When you hear him speak, they've got a brain the size of a walnut. But when you see two of them walking together, it's like they're having it probably sounds like they're having a symposium or something.
With their help, we discovered the relay closest to our system, and from there the Citadel. Proudly, within one lifetime we established a regular route to the Citadel, and quickly became one of the more active species living on this great station.
That's interesting, actually, isn't it?
Tell me about the history.
They've just got,
We're just beginning to explore Council's space.
they only just started
Proudly,
going into space when the Asari were like, hey, let's uplift them.
Yeah.
Well,
That's the thing, in the sci-fi I know, uplifting a species before their time is very, very bad.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, what am I saying? There's even an instance in this game where that's happened and it's turned out bad.
Our society
Yeah.
is built on small, tight-knit groups. Though we are always welcoming to outsiders, our government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
What do you do here?
Hey, no sudden changes.
Modestly, I work to bring the problems and the requests of the L-Corps groups to the attention of the Council.
They only give us these positions to keep us quiet. The Council doesn't care about our races.
Chastising
Oh, the
rebuke
details on those
is
suit
always inappropriate.
actually looks like it's a single unit now.
This human is not to
Yeah,
blame
it's
for
a
your
lot. Yeah, it's looking a
malcontent
lot.
or
Yeah,
your
it's looking a lot better.
misconceived suspicions.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time on the Citadel.
There we go.
Earth Clan, you are in the wrong place.
Wow, let's go talk to the little guy.
Your ambassador is next door in the large office.
Chastising remark.
He really does not like
Don't
us, does
be
he?
so rude,
Well,
Dan.
we're one of
Please
the newest races, and we've been given a bigger embassy
Oh,
room than him, and he has to share.
Din Korlak.
Look,
Volus
just
ambassador.
because he has to
Is
share
there
with a lumbering
something I can
behemoth
do
that
for you,
has the
Earth
most
Clan?
eloquent language in the galaxy, there's no reason for him to get uppity at us.
What is this place?
You
Oh,
are the
don't let
embassy for
him.
the
Don't
Volus
tell him
and
I
the
said
Elcor.
that.
Your ambassador is
I'm pretty
next
sure all the
door
Elcor are
in his own
squat in
office.
stature, given the conditions on their homeworld.
This shared space, I aid my fellow Volus when I'm not being interrupted.
I'd like to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, Earth Clan.
Tell us anyway.
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the Asari and Solarians had discovered it. We were instrumental in establishing a standardized galactic economy.
Yay.
However, despite our long association with the Citadel and our many contributions to galactic society, we still do not hold a seat on the Council.
Which they apparently hold
Tell me
against
about
people a
Volus
lot.
culture.
We are tribal
Well,
by nature.
Yeah,
but our
in his
ways are not
defense, they were the
violent.
first race
We
the
barter and
Council
trade
actually
our
found,
lands and tribe members
and the
in
first
order
race that
to
actually
increase
helped them establish the
status.
intergalactic
Larger tribes
economy.
often engulf smaller
Yeah.
ones and eventually
It
Yeah,
does
but-
seem a bit unfair, doesn't it?
Our society
It's like,
is
just
very
the
here's
thing.
basically
and our
the lot which
content
made
is
your
always
trade
shifting
all
and
work.
changing.
Push them
we,
to the
Since we're
side.
not physically
yeah,
adept,
we established your economy,
trade
we
our
set up the
services
currency,
for
we've
protection.
established trade networks. Hell, we're the frickin'
What is it
we're the
you do here?
frickin' stock exchange
I
here.
look out for the best
Yeah.
interests of the Volus
But
people.
that being
No
said,
easy
being part of the
task,
council
considering
means a
how
lot
often
more
we
than
are
just
overlooked by
balancing the
council.
books.
Chastising
Yeah.
rebuke, Dan. The Council favors your species greatly.
You are naive. The Earth Clan will be invited to the Council long before our species will.
Why aren't the Volus or Elcor part of the Council?
All species must prove themselves before they join the Council. All but the Earth Clans, it would seem.
Dismissive. Ignore the Volus ambassador, human. He is incorrect in
That's
his
one thing about
assessment.
them, though. Because you only really have their
How
word
long
for
have
how
we been
their
waiting?
emotions are,
How long do you think we'll
they could give
continue
you
to
false
wait?
emotions.
Bah, this talk is
Oh, yeah,
wasted
that-
on
that-
the humans.
Oh, that's true.
Bit of luck, they're really honest, isn't it?
You seem to
Yeah,
have
it's
a bit of a chip on your shoulder.
it's
here.
fortuitous for us. They're the most.
You
Yeah, they are
humans
honest.
new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many concessions. Volus territory has expanded tenfold since coming to the Citadel.
Details. We still have no real say in the decisions that affect Citadel space.
That was the why so cranky, wasn't it?
Hmm.
So we've done that.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, yes. Good day, Earth Clan.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. He really cannot. He really cannot wait to just be rid of us, can he?
No. For some reason my camera had a downwards drift there.
Strange.
Might be my controller, because the by sticking be ever so slightly down, it doesn't quite return to neutral. That's not a map button.
Yeah, that's yeah. It's. I think with a remastered edition, they'd have a button. They'd have a button command to immediately snap to the map.
No. Oh, got a little bit of a frame drop there.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
What is this place?
This is
I
the
didn't actually
Citadel.
check all the options
More
there.
specifically, you are at the Citadel embassies.
Well,
If you have more questions, please access Avina.
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual guide
The
for the
virtual
Citadel.
guide.
Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
I should be going now.
she's got a point
Have a
there.
pleasant day.
Yeah. You got a codex or something.
Yay!
Okay, that's just there talking. Alright, let's talk to her for information.
Greetings and welcome to the Presidium. My name is Avina.
If anyone watching who hasn't played and is interested, this is more or less the Mass Effect equivalent of an information kiosk.
Yep. Are you
So are
real?
you a person or a program?
I am a fully interactive
Well,
virtual
she's
intelligence.
she
Programmed
looks like an
to
Asari, but has the
provide guidance at predetermined
quote-unquote
locations
makeup of
interest
Cortana.
throughout this
She
global
does, doesn't she?
I may
Yeah,
also
it's
be
hard not to
contacted
it's hard
through
not to
any of the
notice.
Presidium VI terminals.
I'm not sure she always looked like that, did she?
I think
She had
so.
big boobs.
What was that?
I think Liz made a remark about boobs.
Yeah, she did.
Give me the tour.
You are standing at Presidium Tourism Terminal 1. On either side of this lobby are the embassies of the various Citadel races, along with CSEC headquarters. On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
I want to know more about Citadel security.
Citadel security serves as law enforcement for all regions of the Citadel, though the majority of officers serve in the wards. Executor Palin, a Turian, is the current head
I
of
remember
CSEC,
Palin.
but individuals from virtually every species across Citadel space serve as officers beneath him. If you wish to learn more, Executor Palin's office is located in the CSEC headquarters just across the lobby.
Yep.
Tell me about the embassies.
Each species in
big
Citadel
info
space
dump
important
from this
enough to
one,
be
isn't
consulted
really?
on matters of galactic politics maintains an embassy on the Presidium. The Volus were the first non-council species to be granted an embassy, roughly 2,384 galactic standard
That was
years
a long
ago.
time.
As Citadel space has expanded, more embassies
We're
have been
going to
added.
assume Galactic
The
Standard is
most
the
recently
equivalent to
added
one
embassy
Earth
belongs
year.
to your own species, humanity.
How
It
many?
was added 19 galactic standard
It's probably
years
the
ago,
it's probably
despite
easier
some
for
rather
to
vocal
have it go
opposition.
that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's so many races right now in the Citadel space.
We were added 19 years ago.
Yes,
people
after
trying to keep my
yes
species
after
out?
that one bad Tuesday
Some
with the
species
Turians.
felt humanity was given preferential treatment. It often takes a century or more before a new species is granted an embassy. The Council gave a great deal of thought to this matter. In the end, they decided humanity's impact on Citadel space was significant enough to warrant an embassy.
Do you agree with their decision?
I'm not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
How come the Volus were the first species given an embassy?
In the early years following the formation of the Council, the Volus were, apart from the Asari and Solarians, the most populous and widespread species in Citadel space. They established many new colonies and trading outposts, and they petitioned the Council for a greater role in determining interstellar policy. In recognition of their work to expand interstellar trade and establish a standardized galactic economy, the Volus were granted an embassy here on the Citadel.
But just an
Why weren't they
embassy.
made a council race?
The council races have extensive responsibilities. They must provide personnel and ships for the Citadel fleets. They often provide economic aid in times of disaster. It would be unfair
That was a bit of
to
an
demand
odd
such
pause in her
enormous
speech,
burden
wasn't it?
of a species unable to
Yeah.
meet these obligations. The embassies allow lesser species to
Well,
have a
bear in
voice on
mind,
the
she's
Citadel.
only capable of simple question and answer response. She's
That's
not
pretty damn arrogant.
she's not as
I
sophisticated as
apologize if my
AI, which
personality
is
has offended you.
illegal.
Please submit all formal complaints in writing to the Citadel Tourist and Visitor
Yeah,
Board.
true it is actually illegal, isn't it?
Yeah, I think she even mentions it. She even mentions someone does.
Yeah, someone else does. She doesn't.
Yeah. Or she just keeps mentioning that she's a VI, which is more or less a computer
Do you know
program
anything
with
about
preset
Spectre?
questions and
The term
questions and
Spectre is
responses.
derived from the
Yeah.
branch of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance. Each Spectre agent is handpicked by the Council. Their primary role is preserving galactic stability and resolving volatile situations that cannot be handled through normal political channels. In this role, they are granted extraterritorial rights and jurisdictions. Spectres answer to no law or authority except the Council itself.
What
What
fun.
can you tell me about the Citadel Council?
Originally, the Council consisted of representatives from the Asari and Solarians, the two dominant species in Citadel space. Roughly 1,304 galactic standard years ago, Turians were invited to join the Council in recognition
yes.
of the role they played during the Krogan Rebellion. Since then, the three Council races have worked together to ensure the peaceful coexistence of the galactic community, while preserving individual autonomy for each species.
So the three races kind of cover, with the Turians who sort of covered the military aspect, Solarians with the science, and Asari with the diplomacy.
Yeah, so they pretty much got everything
Can't be as
covered.
simple as
And
that. There must be problems
technically, the
somewhere in
Turians were
system.
the most
I am
recent.
not programmed
But
to
Yeah.
they've
make
got
that
a,
kind
but
of qualified
again,
judgment.
they've
My
got
code is
all the
limited
clout
to
to do it because they've got the
information
biggest
and simple
military in the
interaction
galaxy.
simulations.
And because they did something which we will find out about
Goodbye.
Yes,
some
well,
other time.
Goodbye, and
Yes.
thank you for
Well,
using
depending on
Arive.
if you want to go
Please
full
enjoy
exploration
your
or just
visit
get the
to
important
Citadel.
things done.
This is me. Yeah, these are the directional things. We will probably head up into the lounge first,
Hmm.
and then we'll swing round down to the chambers across the bottom, and then up towards the tower. Sounds like the best plan for this section
Yep.
of 12 million.
Yes.
There's not that many actually, is it? It's like,
Citadel Station can house multiple planetary populations over and over.
yeah.
I mean, you've seen the size of the 5 quote-unquote city arms.
And for those who don't know, of the 5 big arms and then the
Yeah,
ring, we are effectively currently on the small section of that small ring at the very top.
Yeah, what's called Citadel Tower. That's where all the important stuff happens.
Yeah, just getting random codex entries, which is nice. Free XP. I don't know what they're for. We could check, but it's. Oh, there we go. Here's Pelin. There it is. Before I talk to you, sir, I'm just gonna go hack into your computer. Is that alright? Yeah, I figured that was alright.
Yeah, he'll be fine with it. Just a heads up, Lawrence. I'm a little ahead of you at the moment. I'm now exploring everything.
A little bit ahead of me.
Yeah,
Oh, you playing it too?
yeah, I'm playing it too. I'm finally off the station. So now I get to do the fun part by driving around in everyone's favorite little mini tank.
Yeah, you'll probably be ahead of me a lot because I get like an hour and a half a day.
Yeah, you're gonna be slow going whilst yeah.
Yeah. Hello,
Commander
Palin.
Shepard, I didn't expect to see you here. Did Ambassador Udina send you?
Who
We
are
met
you?
before?
No, but I know you well enough. I'm Executor Palin, head of CSEC. It's my job to know when someone like you arrives on the Citadel.
Oh,
Was there
ominous.
something you needed, Commander?
I get the feeling you're not too fond of humans.
No, I just don't trust your kind. Not yet. You humans are eager to take all the power you can get, and you're being given a lot. If the Council wants to make humanity their new favorite pet, that's their business. But I don't have to like it.
We're not
The Council
favorites.
treats us like second-class citizens. We have to fight for everything we get.
Well, the
Then fight for
Turians made it
But don't
plenty
expect the
clear
rest of us to
they
just
don't
sit
like
back and
us.
let you take it. I'm a busy
Yeah.
man, Commander. Are we done here?
What do you know about the Spectres?
They're the right hand of the Council, or so they like to be called. More like the underhanded side of the Council.
What do you have against the Spectre?
I can't abide any organization that considers itself above the law. Especially when it's left up to each individual Spectre to decide when and how to bend the rules.
Sometimes you have to bend the law to keep people safe.
I've been with CSEC for 30 years. I've never had to break the law to do my job, not once.
Yeah, right. You expect us to believe none of your officers are corrupt?
There are over 200,000 CSEC agents. Some of them are going to be bad. But we don't turn a blind eye to corruption like the Spectres.
Well, no offense, Ashley. At least in CSEC they can deal with it. Spectres, on the other hand,
Spectres.
ooh no.
They'll never come under that kind of scrutiny.
The galaxy needs people like that. People who do the dirty jobs.
I agree. But they need to be held to a higher standard. They need to be accountable. Saren's out of control. We both know that. But because he's a Spectre, the Council doesn't want to do anything about it.
He knows.
Is that the kind of person this galaxy needs?
No, not really.
Not all Spectres are like Saren.
True. But the potential is always there.
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary police and security services throughout the Citadel.
Yay.
We're
It's a police force,
civilian
basically.
government agency, though many of our members have had
Yeah.
military training.
Or as I think,
Of course, as the CSEC representative
as I-
of the Council,
or as I
I
think
spend
I-
most of my time liaising between the two.
or as I think I
Tell me
called
about
them
your
before,
investigation
the
into Saren.
Citadel Rent-A-Cops.
Yeah.
Make a habit of giving out details about ongoing investigations.
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander.
Yeah, Codex. Every XP is worth it. I remember there being something around here. Might be later on when we come back.
Yeah, if you keep going,
Hello,
if you just
Commander.
if you just
Can I get you
advance the
something?
story at some, yeah, just keep advancing the
have you got?
story. It'll unlock more
Information
stuff.
mostly. Would you like to know
Yeah.
about some points of interest nearby?
Yes.
What's going on around here?
Well, you found the embassies, not much going on here. Across the bridge, you'll find the bank, the Emporium, and Shaira's. If you haven't heard of her, you soon will. If you need supplies, you can try the markets one level below. For entertainment, I'd try Flux or Cora's Den.
What is Shaira's?
So many places.
The consort, she entertains clients who can afford her services. Most of the diplomats and ambassadors have visited her at one time or another. She's a very powerful woman, but also very respected.
Tell me about Flux and Cora's Den.
Well, Flux has gambling and dancing, certainly more lively than this place. Cora's Den, on the other hand, well, let's just say it's livelier and deadlier all at the same time.
Good. Sounds like a lovely place.
Mm.
So long, Commander. Have a pleasant day.
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
I think she's part of a quest later.
Rumors. The consort would never reveal her secrets.
Of course you wouldn't. You'd be talking to the nearest airlock if you did.
I suppose. Besides, Nick, the consort.
Yeah, I kept clicking on her a few times. She just kept saying the same things. Maybe complete a mission.
That she's part of a mission later on, if I remember right.
I didn't say that. Ha! I bet you did too.
This place seems strange. I wish there were more humans around.
What do you want? Oh, Commander. Is there something I can do for you?
Relax, Private. This isn't an inspection.
Right, sorry. What can I do for you, Commander?
What can you tell me about the Asari consort?
Well, she's an Asari who works here as... That is, she helps people with things.
Yes. We would never have guessed the Asari is an
No, I never
Asari.
did. I couldn't afford it. It costs half a year's credits just to go in and talk to her.
Oh
Can you at
yes,
least tell me
big
where I can find her?
surprise.
Sure. She's across the bridge from the embassies.
Thanks, kid. Have fun. Try not to get into too much trouble.
I will. Have fun, that is.
Is it me? Or both my companions are kind of a little stuck up at times? Yep, we have to go
We're only
right back. Oh, open the door. Let me out. Right, so. Uh-oh. We had other things moving. Clearly moving to us. Oh, yeah, the rapid transport. Handy to have around. We have this, which gives a nice direct bridge over. Whee. Oh, there's a Krogan statue.
That's nothing. I've had my office rearranged
Yeah.
5 times now.
If you want to spend, I was about to say, if you want to spend a few minutes talking to that information kiosk, it'll explain why the Turians are famous.
At times. Why?
Yeah.
Yeah, practically explains how they got in the council.
Yet everyone just lets them go.
Welcome, I am Nailina. I don't recognize you as one of our expected clients today. Would you like me to see when the consort will be able to meet with you?
Can't I just go in?
I'm afraid not. Yeah, you must understand there are many who seek the consort services. But if you wish to leave your name, she'll make every effort to meet with you.
Commander Shepard, with the Alliance Navy.
Excellent. You should hear something in 3 or 4 months.
Nobody's worth that much of a wait.
Well, that's not for me to judge. I have your name and you'll be contacted.
Yeah, that's true,
Is there
and
anything else?
I believe by law you can't tell them to stop or actually physically stop them.
What's that?
Yeah, if a keeper wants to do something, you better stand back and let him do it. Otherwise, you're going to get in trouble.
Oh, the keepers, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
one of the consort's acolytes. Many of the people here today will not see the consort, but they expect to be attended to just the same. It's our job to ensure that they leave contented.
What exactly do you attend to?
Well, each acolyte has her unique abilities. Some soothe with song, others with conversation. As much as possible, we seek to match the needs of our clients to the skills of our acolytes. My specialty is touch. My fingertips can find every tension point in your body and relieve it.
I'd like to try out your services.
Excellent. I'll add you to our client list. We should be able to see you in 3 or 4 months.
Nobody's worth that much of a wait.
Well, that's not for me to judge. I have your name and you'll be contacted. Is there anything else?
What is the consort? What does she do?
It's difficult to explain. She's many things to many people and something.
She's
different
whatever
to
she
each.
needs to be.
Some seek her for advice, some for entertainment, others still for pleasure. Most of the time, our clients won't realize what they were seeking until after she has provided it for them.
You make her sound like some kind of oracle.
No, not in the usual sense. She's merely a woman with remarkable compassion and a generous spirit. I suggest you make an appointment and see for yourself.
Well,
I think I'm done here.
Oh, well, I hope you'll return again in the
we'll
future.
be waiting a long
We always
time.
enjoy seeing new clients.
Nelina,
Yes, Shaira?
send the commander up to see me. I wish to speak with him.
Oh, that was a fast
Yes, of
4
course,
months.
mistress.
Yeah, felt more like the blink of an eye there.
Clearly, we've entered into a time warp.
It appears the
Yes.
consort has taken notice of you.
I wouldn't be
She'd
surprised.
like
I
to
wouldn't be
meet with
surprised
you
if the
now.
Mass Effect does
Where do
that
I
as
go?
well. Sort of warps
Just head
time as well as
upstairs. She'll
space.
be waiting for you.
It's sort of possible.
I see even the humans find the consort irresistible.
Welcome. It is a
This is my first time. I can't believe I didn't come.
You're with the Alliance? My brother's a private.
And let's save for this big conversation. Oops. There's also just part in case it bugs out. I have a close save. Open the door. Purple God.
That is close enough, Commander. I've heard a great many things about you since your arrival here in our Citadel.
What exactly do you do?
That depends on your needs. I offer advice to some, comfort to others. I have a certain problem that could use your expertise.
Okay.
Maybe I can help.
I have a friend, Septimus, a retired Turian general. I won't discuss the details, but he wanted me to be more than I could be. We had a falling out. Now he spends his days in Cora's den, drinking and spreading lies about me. If you would speak to him as a fellow soldier, I believe he will listen to you and let the matter be.
What happened between you?
I respect his privacy too much to go into the details. If he wishes to tell you what happened, that is his prerogative.
Okay.
What exactly do you want me to tell him?
Appeal to his sense of honor. Remind him of his position as a general. If you can convince him to stop spreading lies about me, I would be very grateful.
You're very close.
Now I must ask you to take your leave. I have many clients waiting to see me.
How rude.
I have to admit I'm a little nervous.
That's understandable.
Alright, so that's the consort and the embassy. So now we carry on across to the statue. Among other things. Tell us.
Welcome to Presidium
Blinky.
Tourism Terminal 3. Here in the financial district, a number of businesses offer various goods and services to their exclusive clientele. The statue you see before you was commissioned to honor the Krogan soldiers who gave their lives to protect Citadel space during the Rachni Wars. In the aftermath of the Krogan rebellions, several embassies petitioned to have the statue removed. However, this motion was eventually quashed by the Council.
Let's start with the wars.
What were the Rachni Wars?
Nearly 2,200 years ago,
It makes sense because of the three things we can ask about, the wars was the first part.
mass relays
Yeah.
to systems controlled by the Rachni. A highly intelligent and aggressive insect race, the Rachni unleashed a war of conquest against the rest of the galaxy that lasted for nearly 3 centuries.
That's a long
The
war.
emergence of the Krogan finally turned the tide in favor of the Citadel species.
Yeah, especially against a.
Krogan
Yes,
forces
especially.
provided
I
the
can't believe I'm
numbers
making. I'm gonna make another
necessary to halt the
Stellaris
Rachni and drive
comparison
them
here.
back.
These things sound like the devouring
Pursued their
swarm.
retreating fleets,
Yes.
able to survive the harsh environments
Which,
of the Rachni homeworld.
technically, I believe they
Krogan hunted
are.
their enemy to extinction.
Was it really
Kind of,
necessary
yeah.
to wipe them out?
I am sorry, but a value judgment of that nature goes beyond my programming.
So then the
Why
statue
did
was
the council
made.
fight so hard to keep the statue?
Yes,
The Krogan were instrumental in saving the galaxy from the Rachni threat. the Council believed this historical fact should not be forgotten.
Their eyes
The
are
Council
strange.
also hoped that preserving the memorial would improve diplomatic relations with the Krogan and bring about a peaceful resolution to the rebellions. Unfortunately, the Krogan refused to negotiate and only surrendered after their population and homeworlds had been ravaged by the Turians.
Sounds like they got what they deserved.
How mean.
I am sorry, but a value judgment of that nature goes beyond my programming.
Then lastly, the rebellions.
In recognition of their efforts during the
Yeah,
Rachni Wars,
this
the
being
Krogan
short.
were granted
Yeah, this
several
being
new
shortly
colony
after.
worlds by the Council. Over the next 400 years, the Krogan species began to expand. Blessed with an extremely high birth rate, their numbers began to swell. Faced with a critical overpopulation crisis, the Krogan started a violent colonization of nearby worlds inhabited by other Council species.
Apparently, from what I understand, this genophage is a humane way of dealing with the Krogan.
Yeah. So they say.
Yes, I think the tagline was population control.
Yeah. The biggest thing was basically the Krogan got uplifted faster than they should have been, and their birth rates were effectively countered by their constant warring beforehand, but now they were all kind of not fully working together, but kind of working together, that they weren't killing each other quite so fast.
Yeah. Then someone got the idea. If we were like this now, maybe we should keep doing this.
Yeah. That just leads back up. Is there anything here though? No, nothing there to loot. Don't think there's actually really that much loot to get here. It's more any codex entries and quests, isn't there?
Yeah.
Oh, the Emporium.
Yes, the high-end market.
Yay. Oh, look.
Ah, human. This one is greatly pleased to see you here in my decadent Emporium.
Who are you?
This one's face name is Delaninder, though many in this place simply refer to it as Delan.
Hello, Delan.
Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
What exactly do you sell?
Only the finest and most luxurious items that credits can buy.
Yay, I have next to no credits.
This one is able to procure almost
Yeah,
any
you're not going to be
item
able to buy anything until you start doing stuff.
for a price.
Yeah.
So for now, you're going to have to make do with what you find in containers.
As this one and it?
For the same reason that humans are so inquisitive. It is part of our culture. Specifically, Hanar only refer to themselves in the first person with family or intimates. And we rarely do so with other species. It is just our way.
Who are you?
Oh, wait. We are
Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase.
Yes, this lovely-looking jellyfish is called the Hanar.
Yeah.
Oh, this one is
a very eloquent speaker, but often speaking in the third person.
Standard items, non-human armors, upgrades, please. Weapon upgrade, combat sensor 2, improved sighting, and motorized joints. Well, I'm talking again.
Commander. Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human.
Non-human. So Turian, Corian. Do we get someone who uses that stuff? It's not actually
well,
worthwhile to look.
Yeah, well, as we're given the options.
Unique item. A license. I'll take it.
Yes, we need those if we want to buy stuff from the Normandy.
Yeah.
Saves us having to come back to every bloody Tom, Dick, and Harry on every shop in the galaxy.
But what if we want to? Did you think about that? Ashley, you're in the way. Right, so...
Okay. Well, if you're the common galactic commuter, you're gonna have to go to the shops.
Yeah. Off to the bank we go. I remember there's something happening at the bank. Probably not
What's
yet.
this? One of the Earth Clan. Ah, a very famous one, yes? You are the one called Shepherd. It is a great honor to welcome the heroes of the Blitz.
You've got me at a disadvantage here.
Forgive me, Earth Clan. My name is Barla Vaughn. My
And there is
job
that
makes it
reference to the
necessary for
Blitz
me
was
to keep
because of our
informed.
background.
I am a financial advisor to many important clients here on the Citadel. When someone as important as yourself arrives on the station, I take notice.
Citadel.
What's it like living here on the Citadel?
The station is without a doubt
This
the
one's
greatest
going to be
wonder
full
in
of
the
a
galaxy.
lot
It is a
of talking.
technological marvel, but
Yeah,
its true
so
splendor goes much deeper
get
than
yourself
the
settled
hull
in.
and engines. From the Presidium to the wards, the entire station is a testament to the success of the Council. All the species of Citadel spaced together in a single, strong community.
What makes the Presidium so special?
I think I like their
Center of
suits.
Citadel space.
Yeah.
80% of all intelligent species in the known
I'm
galaxy
actually
acknowledge
curious
the
what the
Council's
rollers look like
authority
under those things,
on
because those
interstellar
things have to be
matters.
pressurized.
Only the most
Yeah.
powerful
So I'm
and
assuming that
influential
makes them
species
look
have
like,
embassies
you know,
here on the Presidium.
little walking
This
balloons.
level of technology is reserved for the elite. Shepherd,
Dude, there's no
like
real
us.
better way to say it. They are just walking balloons in
What
those
are the wards
things.
like?
The cultural heart of the galaxy. They pulse with the lifeblood of millions of citizens from dozens of different species. You never know what you'll find out in the wards, Commander. It's always full of surprises. Fortunately, most of them are pleasant.
Pleasant surprises.
Tell me
That
more about your
doesn't
job.
sound right at all.
Galactic finance is incredibly complex. A mix of laws and regulations from dozens of interstellar economies. I'm an expert in how all these economies interact. For a fee, I share my expertise. I
For
also
a
offer
fee.
premium services for those clients who need someone to conduct business without drawing unwanted attention. Discreet and efficient. That's my motto.
Sounds pretty shady.
Everything I do falls completely within the bounds of interstellar commerce law. Even so, many of my clients would prefer their transactions remain undisclosed.
How
For example,
kind.
suppose a Hanar ambassador was petitioning the council to reduce tariffs on Hanar goods. How would it look if he had money invested in a Hanar exporting company? Even if his true motives were to help his people, he would be accused of advancing the petition for his own personal gain. I can keep his personal finances private.
Still sounds shady to me.
Then we can only hope he will never be cursed with a large enough fortune to require my services.
How rude.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Now, I do remember something about that guy. But it's spoilers. What? Maybe a tower. The tower's where we need to go for the
for the
council meeting. There's also some events I remember where it's like, that's not this one, that's in the third one. Because we get to come back here on number 3, don't we? Spoilers.
Ooh.
Let's put it this way though. The Citadel is important in all of them. Let's check, because I think I remember something. And here. So down below. Might be down below. Might just be the transport thing I remember. Yeah, it's sticking that way. No, there it is. It's the elevator. What's that the elevator to? The academy. Right. We don't really want to go there yet.
Yeah.
We want to try and be systematic. Wait. Journal. Oh yeah. Readings. Just okay. Hey, so did we not get a actual quest from that guy who told us about the console at the very start?
I think we did. Isn't it in the is it in the journal under assignments?
No, I have the assignment from the console to actually go talk to the general in the lower wards. And then I got the strange transmission and unusual readings, which I can't do till I leave this place.
Yeah.
But I thought there was the Volus guy who told us about it, her and him having some trouble, that we could talk to her about him. But maybe I'm just imagining that.
Strange greetings.
Oh no, it was this guy.
This is really not a good time.
You seem distressed.
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you? This is
What
all.
did this Asari do to you?
I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive.
Where can I find this
She is
Asari?
across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot.
This is
Good day.
I guess there's nothing we can do for him then. Maybe he's just there to sort of point the way. But then there's a whole bunch of people that point the way to her. Don't know. Sprint. Sprint. So, again, we don't want to go down to a new map just yet. So, around we go. Examine the keeper.
Please do not disturb the keepers.
What's the elevator? Oh, it's just rapid transport. And here we get to learn about the keepers, I think, don't we?
Welcome to Presidium Tourism
Yes,
Terminal
we
2.
do. From this,
You are standing
yes, from
near
this
the base
kiosk.
of the Citadel Tower, one of the Presidium's most recognizable and important structures. Behind me is the spectacular relay monument, a scale model representation of a Prothean mass relay. To your left is one of the keepers, the enigmatic caretakers of the Citadel, working on a control panel. You may see keepers involved in various tasks throughout all levels of the Citadel. We ask that you do not interfere with them in any way. The keepers are essential to the smooth operation of the Citadel. Obstructing their daily work will result in harsh penalties, including
But are we
incarceration
sure
and
they're really
rehabilitation.
needed?
Tell me about the relay monument.
Discovered by the Asari who first arrived at the Citadel, the Relay Monument is one of the station's most interesting and controversial features. What is the meaning behind this striking piece of art? Is it a tribute to Prothean vanity? A reminder of their conquest of the galaxy through mass relay technology? Or perhaps it is a symbol of unity, a Prothean acknowledgement that the relays would eventually lead other species here to the Citadel. No one can say for sure, making the Relay Monument a favorite topic of discussion among academics and scholars.
Yeah.
Tell me about the Citadel Tower.
Housing both the council chambers and Citadel control, the tower is one of the most important buildings on the station. Access to these areas is restricted to those with the appropriate clearance.
What happens in Citadel Control?
Citadel Control handles all incoming and outbound transit. Every ship within 2,000 kilometers of the Citadel is under the jurisdiction of Citadel Control. At peak capacity, they are responsible for monitoring upwards of 1,000 vessels.
I'd like to
That's a
hear
lot
more
of them.
about the Council chambers.
The business of the Council, which often has far-reaching effects on the galactic community, is conducted in a room at the apex of the Citadel Tower. The Council chambers themselves are truly a magnificent sight to behold, though few get to experience the view in person. Typically, only the councilors, ambassadors, and high-ranking officials, along with various support staff, are allowed access.
What if someone has business with the Council?
The average citizen must go through the proper channels if they wish an audience with the Council. This is usually arranged through their respective ambassadors. Even then, few are given access to the actual Council chambers. In most cases, the ambassador
that makes sense,
acts on
doesn't it?
behalf of the citizen.
I'm scheduled to have an audience with the Council.
Only a handful of visitors to the Citadel are ever granted that privilege. I would be jealous, but that is outside the scope of my programming.
I love how all the times we've given like, oh, this is a thingy question, it's always been like, I do not know, I do not respond to those sorts of things, and this time it's like, I would guess feel privileged if I was in that position.
What happens in Citadel Control?
Oh, maybe ask that one already.
Every ship at peak capacity, they are responsible for monitoring upwards of 1,000 vessels.
Hello.
I'd like to know more about the Keepers.
Little is known about these peaceful servants of the Citadel, though they are essential to the operation and maintenance of the entire station.
Hey.
Citadel regulations protect the Keepers against interference during the performance of their tasks. Failure to comply will result in harsh penalties. Keepers can be seen in all sections of the Citadel, but are typically found in and around the tower.
Any particular reason there are so many Keepers in this area?
The Keepers do not communicate with other species. It is assumed, however, that the tower houses the Citadel's primary control systems. Many of the
Lots of
station
assumptions.
systems, such as navigation and life support, function automatically. It is believed the Keepers operate their systems from inside the tower's inaccessible core. The Keepers also make frequent appearances in the Council chamber itself, though they appear to be just passing through on their way to some other destination.
Just passing through.
Thank you for using Avina. Have a pleasant day.
That's all I can do on this map for now.
And if I'm going to be honest, we might as well. The wards are going to take some time to explore as well, so.
Yeah, plus there's some stuff which won't happen there unless we've talked to the council first.
Yeah, so I say get the council out of the way, then.
Hello, council. We're saving before we talk to you. Elevator. Show me how long you take. Whee.
Yeah, it shouldn't take too long.
Yeah, that felt like it didn't take as long as it did originally. Check the map now. We are at one end, and all we can do is head down to the council chamber. So, are you playing original or legendary?
I'm playing legendary.
Oh, brilliant. How'd you get here before me?
Hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the council? Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vakarian. I was the officer in charge of the CSEC investigation into Saren.
Sounds like you really want to bring him down.
I don't trust him. Something about him rubs me the wrong way. But he's a Spectre. Everything he touches is classified. I can't find any hard evidence.
I think the council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
Maybe.
You don't want to keep the council waiting.
They count on it. They are very stubborn. I don't remember if there's anything around here to actually investigate.
Don't be ridiculous. The Volus won't be joining the council for years.
I'm not so sure. The humans are making a strong push.
Might be something. Well, I'm not seeing it yet if there is. Well, there's a rapid transport system. An open door. An opening door. Hello, Rear Admiral Kahoku?
Yeah, Kahoku. It's a funny name.
Doesn't talk much.
Well, not until you actually
get a quest for him, yeah.
Yeah, you get a quest from him, but it's not until long after you've finished everything here.
That's how a lot of it goes, isn't it? Oh, hello. Hello, Captain.
Hearing's already started. Come on.
Hello. We're late. We're late for a very important date.
But there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel security.
Again, this is going to go about as well as you think it's going to be.
Yeah.
Eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus.
Yeah, I mean, CSEC will only give an X amount of time to actually come up with something.
The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly
and tell you the truth, and to tell the truth, all you got is conjecture.
Captain Anderson.
I forget he's in a horror conference here.
Humanity makes false charges against me.
This
must be your protege, Commander Shepard.
As much as we wish he weren't here, it is due process that the accused be present to answer the charges.
That it is.
The mission to Eden Prime was top secret. The only way you could know about the beacon was if you were there.
With Nihilus gone, his files passed on to me. I read the Eden Prime report. I was unimpressed. But what can you expect from a human?
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs
We're making a bunch of kind of groundless accusations.
You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
Yeah, that is true, especially given Saren's reputation.
That's not his decision.
The best we've got to throw at him is speculation and conjecture.
This meeting
yeah.
Had we had CSEC more time, they probably would have found something, but...
Saren's hiding behind his position as a Spectre. You need to open your eyes.
What we need is evidence. So far, we've seen nothing.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree.
Indeed.
Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
Yay, justice. That could have technically gone better.
Dude.
Reality, not at all.
Yeah, dude. You verbally you got reamed in there because, again, all you've got to go on is speculation and conjecture.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason: to exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went bad. Real bad. We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. And he has to be stopped.
What's our next step?
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the Executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
Yay, Garen.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up.
Right, well, in that case, if we... Right, well, in that case, if they don't listen, let's go find what Garrus is so close to finding.
Anderson out of this investigation.
Yeah.
The ambassador's right.
They won't...
I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business. Captain,
if they're not going to listen, let's make them listen.
Exactly.
Probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the wards.
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
Shadow Broker.
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Saren. But his
told you there's something about him.
Mm-hmm.
You and Saren have a history.
Right now, our only lead is Garrus.
I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge.
Problem is, he pretty much walked off in a huff.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll be in the CSEC.
Saren eliminated his target.
Yeah, he'll be somewhere. We'll find him.
And the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience. No hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
Killing innocents doesn't end wars. It causes them.
I know how the world works, Commander. Sometimes you're forced to make unpleasant decisions. But only if there's no other way. Saren doesn't even look for another option. He's twisted, broken. He likes the violence, the killing. And he knows how to cover his tracks.
Killing innocents doesn't end.
Let's think
only if there's no other way.
Oh, this is a
Saren
lot.
doesn't even look for another option. He's twisted, broken. He likes the violence, the killing. And he knows how to cover his tracks.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
He's a necessary evil of galactic politics. Buying and selling information is a part of the game. And the Shadow Broker just happens to be the best player on the field. Always sells to the highest bidder. Doesn't get involved in politics. Doesn't pick sides. A simple system, but it works. He's not a threat to anyone, not directly. He's just a resource we can use, or use. Or maybe they are. Nobody really knows.
Let's do that one.
Tell me about Barla Vaughn.
He specializes in moving large sums of money without leaving a paper trail. A financial genius. Doesn't do anything illegal, but he knows all the loopholes.
Yay,
He's got an impressive client
loopholes.
list. Ambassadors, diplomats, specters. That's probably why the Shadow Broker uses him.
Our ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the Council.
He's just frustrated. The Council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street. They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out.
Hey,
Everyone
go
knows it's
colonize
only
these
a matter of
planets.
time until we
Good
get
luck.
a seat on the Council. The ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
Maybe they'd let us join the Council if we were more willing to cooperate with the other species.
Of course they would. If we did everything they told us to, they'd love to have us on the Council. But it wouldn't be much of a deal for us. I understand their side. They don't want us dominating the Council. It's founded on cooperation and alliances. But we have to look out for our own interests too.
Yeah.
Who cares if we get a seat on the council?
What's the big deal?
If the council passes a ruling on an interstellar matter, we have to follow it.
Well,
We
with
don't
the
have to fleece our
Dina,
political
he's a
allies to be
politician.
fired. Once we get a seat on the council, we'll be able to influence those.
They make a big deal.
Protect our
Some
own
politicians just like to
no
make
more
big deals out
jumping
of
through hoops whenever we
anything.
want something. Take this mess we're in now. If humanity had a seat on the council, we'd just send the Citadel fleet out to take care of Saren and his Geth. Problem solved.
Harkin.
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined CSEC about 20 years ago. He's been an embarrassment to our species ever since. Roughing up suspects in custody, bribery accusations, alcohol and drug use. The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. But I guess enough was enough.
The guy's a scumbag. He should have been cut loose a long time ago.
He was one of the first human CSEC officers. Guess it would have looked bad if he got fired. A lot of backroom deals were worked out over the years to keep him on the force. Politics is a dirty business sometimes, but it looks like his time's run out. We've got enough humans in CSEC now to stop protecting him.
I thought this embassy was supposed to help humans.
Harkin may be human, but he's also an ass. He's had more than his share of chances. If the embassy wasn't protecting him, he would have been fired 15 years ago. CSEC is better off without him.
I want to know more about the Spectres.
They're not your typical government agency.
Damn, humanity is just greedy.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah.
They take care of problems the council can't. It's not easy preserving peace across an entire galaxy. The council prefers to use diplomacy and negotiation. But sometimes more extreme measures are needed.
How do they decide who becomes a Spectre?
You can't just apply to join. There's no training program. Spectres aren't made. They're born. The council's always looking for exceptional individuals. People who can get the job done. Like
10 minutes.
Yep.
They've been watching you for years. They see something in you. They want you on their side. Nihilus was supposed to give them a final recommendation, but with him gone, things are still up in the air.
Organization.
Like?
So much
There is
talking.
no command structure. Each Spectre answers directly to the council. Sometimes they're
But I
sent
should
on
hopefully get a
missions.
lot of critics.
Other times, they act on their own. They
You were
tend
saying?
to operate outside the law.
Welcome
do
to
whatever it
Mass
takes to
Effect.
accomplish
We
their
have
goals.
talking.
The council
Yeah.
just turns a blind eye. Spectres have a lot of
Yeah, that is what. Yeah, that's just going to be a lot of what this thing is.
Everything about them is classified.
Kind of the nature of
We
an
don't even know how many
RPG.
there are.
Especially in the hub
The
areas.
council couldn't do its job without them. They're the Citadel's top agents, the last line of defense, the final option before
Well, it
open
looked like you
war.
were trying to get on with the blue
entire
woman, but what do
galaxy
I know?
respects and fears them.
I wasn't.
If a Spectre shows up,
Okay.
you know something big is about to happen.
What happens when a Spectre
Whatever
goes
you
rogue?
say.
Like
Yep.
Saren.
It doesn't happen often. The council is careful when they select their candidates.
Anyone watching
But when something
know
does
that's
go
different.
There's usually only one solution. Send another Spectre to bring the rogue agent down.
That's everything he has to
We
say.
should go.
Good luck, Shepard. I'll be over in the ambassador's office if you need anything else.
Yay, Paragon points, Codex, XP. Where are we? There we go.
Right, good stopping point.
Potentially, yeah. If we make our way through the map so that next time we're right in front of where we're going, that would be a perfect point to stop.
Okay.
I wish we sprint for longer. Like I sprint for 5 seconds, then I'm out of. Well, not exactly out of breath because you can still jog along fine, but. Elevator. Yay, gift troopers.
1, 2, 3.
So it seems The elevator's actually finished loading before the conversations are over, and I skipped the conversations.
Yeah, they've given the skip option.
So our options are the Shadow Broker, Garrus, and then just make so low wards, or actually here, because he's right there. Oh. Oh. I remember this. Let's save.
You're creating a public disturbance. It's against Citadel regulations.
This one is unsure why the other would not wish word.
The Enkindlers.
That Hanar refuses to listen to reason. Why can't it act in an orderly and lawful manner?
Are there laws being broken here?
Yeah, let's find out what the issue is.
The Hanar is free to spew its nonsense once it purchases an evangelical permit.
So if the Hanar gets a permit, it's allowed to preach?
Have
registered evangelicals must follow regulations. There are specific areas where preaching is legal. Failure to follow the regulations results in the forfeiture of the license.
What's the purpose behind the evangelical permits?
Forcing religious evangelicals to register for a permit weeds out undesirables. It keeps the area safe. The Citadel is too important to become a battleground for a religious war.
The investigator which says arrested seems a bit thingy, doesn't it?
Bit suspect, you mean?
Yeah, like, are we just going to be like, hey, why don't you just immediately arrest it? Or are we going to say, hey, go and arrest it? Isn't it? I'm pretty certain because it's under investigated though, it shouldn't cause any
yeah.
Why don't you just arrest the
the investigation. Yeah, that's the thing. The investigation is technically over, isn't it?
There we go. It's he just asks, hey, why don't you? Let me talk to it.
If you'd like, I can talk to them. Do you desire to learn of the Enkindlers? Or has the Honorable CSEC officer enlisted assistance? Why is the CSEC officer harassing? The CSEC officer requests that this one purchase an evangelical permit to spread the truth of the Enkindlers.
Investigate.
If that's all the CSEC officer wants, why not just buy the permit? The truth of the Enkindlers is universal. This one humbly believes that the truth should not be suppressed. Exacting payment as a means of imposing limits upon the truth is an abrogation of this one's religious freedom.
Yeah,
so
religious
you're breaking
freedom.
the law by preaching without a permit right now?
Mm-hmm.
The CSEC officer states that preaching in this place is forbidden, and preaching anywhere on the Citadel requires a permit. This one humbly submits that it is not preaching to state the truth of the Enkindlers, and thus no permit should be necessary.
That's a lovely way.
Who are the Enkindlers? Your people know them as the Protheans. They are the true creators of this one's people.
Hey.
The Enkindlers raised the Hanar from ignorance into consciousness by granting this one's people the gift of speech. Let me talk to the CSEC officer. Perhaps I can explain the situation. This one would be most grateful for the...
Any progress with that Hanar?
Sorry, I'll let you know
what the something is.
Okay, we've got the basic stuff done. We now need to try and work out a way to make...
Has the CSEC officer been assuaged? Is this really how you want to represent the Enkindlers? The truth of the Enkindlers must be made known. They gave the Hanar language, and gave the universe the mass relays.
Yay, relays.
This one only wishes to spread the truth to any who will listen. There is no intent to cause trouble.
Is this how the Enkindlers would want you to use this gift of consciousness?
The Enkindlers would wish for their message to be spread to all
Spread the
sentient
message
races.
to everyone.
The Enkindlers wouldn't wish their message to be spread by breaking society's laws.
This one hears wisdom. Perhaps enthusiasm has clouded judgment in this matter. This one departs now, and will not intrude upon the Presidium again.
He left.
I see the Hanar has left. Thank you.
My
Happy to
pleasure.
help. Here, for your assistance in this matter. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should report to my superiors.
Yay, bunch of Omni-John credits.
Yay! Woo!
But, seeing as I don't remember how long this quest stuff goes for, and actually thinking about it, I think might want to do Garrus first, then come back for the Shadow Broker lot.
Yeah, good idea.
However, is it now that we've done that little side quest, and we don't want to get into anything big? Oh, we've got XP spent. Time to log off and say thank you all for joining. Tonight is Breath of the Wild, where we will hopefully be finishing off that one village. I forget his name. Liz would remember. What do I want to spend level up points on whilst we're here? Maxed out the charm for now, as always. Maybe I should max out Intimidate for now too. Just for when we do want to use it, we have that. Stasis. Yeah, maybe upgrade stasis a little bit. Whoop. Actually, you have 4 points. Let's get you assault rifles some more. And the combat armor, so we've got a shield boost. Because again, we want to push her towards getting the heavy armor. Caden, you give us electronics and decryption. This points are all kind of just going straight into those two at the moment. Okay, so save 20. That's a lot of saves already. And we're still probably going to be here for a little while longer with the Citadel. Because, as I said, we've got the CSEC office to go, the wards, the mission with the Shadow Broker, the mission with Garrus, going back to the council once we're all done to see if we've got enough. And who knows however many little side bits that have popped up.
Commander, I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
Well, have a nice night.